Alright, gentlemen, and we're back with another episode of Militia Uncut.
So you got phone you on?
No, my finger was here.
Oh.
We
I'm
got,
good. Yeah, I'm good. I caught it like just in time. I'm good.
Okay, we got K, Killer K, we got you, and we got Choke 'em Out D. Of course, your host for today is going to be B. Choke 'em Out D. Oh man, okay, we should not be laughing about that. It's not a joke, it's not funny, but...
Yes, it is. If your girl asks you to choke her,
She does ask me to do that.
Alright then. What's wrong with that?
So, choke with consent, D, over there.
We never said without consent.
Oh, okay.
It was applied the whole time.
Consent was implied.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Consent was done.
If you're running around choking
Choking
bitches
bitches,
till they
you
pass
have a
out,
problem.
and they didn't okay that, then you need to go somewhere like
Yeah.
that. Like you need to figure some shit out for yourself.
Actually, I read a post on Reddit the other day, maybe yesterday or whatever. This German couple, they went to a hotel, and the girl actually died from the guy choking her out during sex.
Oh my god.
I wonder what kind of charge that
Yeah,
is.
so
Death by strangulation.
But like, it's not like, is it murder or manslaughter? Because it's not. You weren't
Most
trying
likely-
to kill
Most
her.
likely
It's like-
manslaughter.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Most likely.
but yeah,
Assault by strangulation or death or whatever.
Would that be involuntary manslaughter? Or I don't know.
I mean,
Because he wasn't trying. He was trying.
well, we don't know what he was trying.
This is true.
So
That would be the argument.
was there semen found in the vagina?
I don't know. The article was just like girl dies from sexual accident or something, and I read it and it was
Oh,
like,
nah,
choked him out.
he'll get off. He'll get off. It happens.
It happens.
It happens. You
I would
think she's the
assume-
first? You think
I would
she's the
assume
first
that
one
that
to
happens
die?
a
Yeah,
lot. Like,
I'm being honest. Like, it's a joke, but at the same time,
No.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. Like,
you think she's gonna be the last one? Like,
No, definitely not.
you know, I'm just saying.
I know.
It does sound crazy.
I
You
know.
gotta be realistic. Like,
Right? That's still manslaughter. I mean, it doesn't mean you meant to.
yeah, but bitches is gonna die regardless. At least she was dying getting dick. Like,
That's the way I
forbid.
wanna go.
Sorry, rest in peace.
You were doing good before you said that. Like right up before you said that, I was like, all right, yeah, I get what you're saying.
see, I knew. See,
That last one.
As
I
soon
was
as
like,
I heard
okay.
bitches was gonna die regardless,
Yeah,
I was like,
all right.
well, this was a good run, but
Canceled. Wow.
He said, look, if I'm not here next week, you know why.
No,
he's gonna get all my shit off this week.
I'll be here next week, and the following week I think. But the next one, I mean, that last week, nah, the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, that's when I started. So, yeah.
Well, before we do get canceled, I'd like to have another speed round of getting to know y'all a little bit better.
Go ahead, sir.
Do it.
So,
I
who wants
thought
to
you-
start
I
this
thought
time?
you knew.
We can just
I
go
thought you
across.
knew.
I know you know, it can't hurt but to, know you a little bit better. So, Kay, you want first? You in the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
As quick as you could possibly answer this question, no hesitation, don't even think about it, just answer.
Okay.
Okay? Your biggest pet peeve,
Passive aggressiveness or being nonchalant.
your guilty pleasure right now.
Guilty pleasure.
Come on, what you guilty
I think
about?
that was the same question that stumped me last night. I was like, I don't really have a guilty pleasure.
That was the only one I repeated because it was just too good.
Fair enough.
Guilty pleasure. I'm not.
Come on.
I honestly can't think of one
What's the
right
first
now.
thing that comes to your mind?
Because I haven't really been like.
Guilty.
No, I don't know what I would like. That's like I'm not like I normally wouldn't tell people that I like. It's like I don't know. Yeah, I don't have one at the moment.
Wow.
Sorry.
Say some shit. Something.
Something. The camera's moving.
Donuts.
Donuts, okay. You switch places with one person for a day.
If I could switch places with one person.
One person, any person,
Will
per
Smith.
day.
You know what's funny? I actually wasn't gonna say Will Smith.
I'm surprised. Sure.
Come on. Don't even think about it. Just say the first thing that comes to your head.
Brian Pumper.
Nah. Shit. Sorry. I know this is a speed round.
He's not very fast, is he?
No.
I could think of like 5 different people.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I don't really want to. I'm trying to figure out who I want to be.
Russell Wilson.
You want to be like Future for a day?
I would
You want to be Future and Russell Wilson?
That's crazy.
You just want to see both sides of the equation.
LeBron.
I wouldn't want to be either of them.
Well, that's bad funny.
I don't know.
I wouldn't want to be LeBron today.
Yeah, not
Got
today.
the playoffs. Like it'd be different.
Yeah, not today.
Like,
OBJ, like the list goes on, bro.
I could be Jay for a day.
Oh, OBJ would be
Yeah,
like.
I could be Jay for a day.
No. I don't think you was saying Jay-Z. You talking about Odell
Fuck it.
Beckham.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of nobody else.
Alright, cool. You, sir?
Let's go.
What's the most amount of shots you think you could do in one sitting?
I don't really like shots that much, but I'm going to say 10.
Really? That's it? I give girls mad shots.
I hate shots. I hate taking shots. Yeah.
First thing you do in the morning.
Take a piss.
Last time you got a BJ.
Before my daughter was born.
Get on that. Anyway.
Hard life, man.
Wow.
Hard life,
Happens. What's your least favorite color? Oh, that's you.
My least favorite color?
Yes, sir.
Lime green.
Yeah,
I can't stand it. and I'm usually a fan of green, but that motherfucker is just like, you just ruined the whole set of green. Like, continue.
Last time you had sex?
Friday.
Oh, that's not bad. I think that's the most recent, right? If you could redo 1 year of high school or college, what year would that be?
Can I do both?
Yeah, one of each. One of high school, one for college.
High school, when niggas jumped me, and I thought about bringing a shotgun to school. I should have brought it. And for college, probably my first year of college. Redo that shit and then, stay more focused and then actually finish my all 4 on my scholarships. So, yeah.
I would redo my first year of college, too.
I would redo that shit too.
I would redo my last year of college.
I missed so many opportunities to,
Pipe bitches up, clapping. I feel you. Choke them up.
And if I could switch a year of high school, it would be sophomore year. Because sophomore
I'd have been choking
whack.
mad bitches.
Sophomore year was whack as shit.
With consent, of course.
No, I think I talked about. Wait, no, yeah. We can say, my bad. No, my bad. I said no. I don't know why.
You said no.
No, because I thought about the joint from that I spoke about previously in one of our other episodes. I think it was week 7 or 8, and I was talking about like the bodies that.
Yeah.
And the joint with the fat ass, and I was like, "Oh, this bitch is crazy." My pussy was probably fire, my nigga. That shit was probably fire. I don't even remember her name. I think it started with an S, but.
Of course, it was an ass.
No, her ass was crazy, bro. Like, her ass was really crazy.
Nigga said,
Yo, kids, clap it. Don't think about it, just clap it.
No condom.
what the fuck is that?
What? No comment?
He said no, something with a C.
He said no comment.
Oh.
You said no comment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was another word that you said?
I said no condom, but you should probably use a condom.
No what?
Anyway.
He's making up words out here.
I thought, wait, comment.
Before,
right?
yeah, comment, whatever. My man K had something he wanted to say, right? You had something you wanted to say?
Alright, so we was talking about, speaking of like years that you would redo or whatever, like stuff that you could change, let's talk about the things that we're most proud of. So like, what would you say is your greatest accomplishment so far? Like something you absolutely would not change because it was like so amazing.
I don't know if it's like an accomplishment, but like I think I had like a lot of different things that I'm proud of, but I guess maybe like top 3 was graduating from college.
That was gonna be mine. Yeah.
Graduating from code school, that was a good one, and then taking that trip through Europe was an accomplishment. I think. Yeah.
that's definitely a highlight.
I went to like
That's definitely a highlight.
8 different countries in 14 days.
It was 10 days, bro. We wasn't on the water for 2 weeks.
No, we went into London 2 days earlier. Okay, so 12 days.
Yeah.
8 different countries, like 12 days.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my greatest accomplishment, I think so far, is still high school graduation. I don't think I've done, which makes me feel a little type of way, but I don't think I've done anything since that's been like that crowning thing. Like, wow.
You said high school graduation?
No, college. My fault. If I said high school, my bad.
Yeah,
I meant college.
I was like, what?
I meant college. I don't know why I said high school. I meant college, but yeah, college graduation was like such an amazing day to me that like I don't think there's been anything since that I could say like, wow, this is really like a moment for me. Like this is it. I don't think I've had like a big one since then. So yeah, that's probably my greatest accomplishment so far, because I've been like finding myself a lot since college graduation. So it's like it's been a lot of pieces of the puzzle that I'm putting together. So because the puzzle is not complete yet, I can't really have that new like highlight that. Like, so I think so far this is that would be it for me.
Well, okay, what I'm supposed to say is my greatest accomplishment is having a daughter because I'm a father. So that's
Is
what I'm
it?
supposed to say. No. I respect that. I fucks with that. But honestly, my greatest accomplishment was changing the way I look at certain situations. No, it's kind of tied in, because think about it like this. If I still thought about shit the way that I used to think about shit, I'd be a horrible father.
Okay.
I'd be hot-headed all the time. I'd be going through I'd be a horrible person.
What? She said, "What in her diaper?" Oh.
Maybe not some shit over that, but I would be just a horrible person, period. So being able to think things through and just mature more than I was before, that is my greatest accomplishment. Having a daughter was fucking great though, but being able to think more level-headed is my actual.
That's one of the things I like about you. You'll say some left shit that sounds left when you first say it, but then after you explain it, it's like, no, that actually does make a lot of sense. Because your daughter being born is a highlight, but it's not really an accomplishment. Like, the accomplishment is that you became the type of person that can be a good father.
Yeah,
I get that.
Yeah,
I respect it. See, I understand you.
that's my greatest accomplishment.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm an underachieving bitch. No, I'm joking. I guess one of my greatest accomplishments is
Your sock in the picture.
It's not my foot.
For one, making
It's a
it.
sock. What, they gonna say some shit about socks too? Sock. Come on, man. You interrupted this whole shit.
Got both are, but whatever. Making it to D1 basketball. That's one. Two. This is gonna sound sad, but making it to 25.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, but
that is an accomplishment.
I get that.
But you wanna know why? Because I didn't think I was gonna make it to 18.
That's a whole fact.
We've had that.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
think
a whole
I didn't think
fact.
I was gonna make it to 13.
Yeah.
Like,
15 was a big year for me. Like,
You know me,
that
so-
was big to me. This.
And then staying out of jail too, like, you know, these are something that a lot of regular people might think is like, oh yeah, that's easy, but it's a little harder,
It's not
you know.
that
Yeah, it's like, so, you know, and
You know
I
what?
guess last but not least, I'm in the process of this, having it, losing it, and getting it all back.
I get
Some
that.
miserable losses.
That's
Having what and losing what?
Having it all. Well, not having it all, cause I used to be middle class, like when I was until like maybe I was. When did my grandma die? Probably like 10, 11, something like that. I was middle class, and then cause we had like a fourth income in my house, and then after that, losing it all, and then being
On the come up.
yeah. So
Gotcha.
you know,
So,
it's not an accomplishment yet, but
you get ready.
on the way.
Yeah,
So,
speaking it. Heard it.
Well, no, I mean, slow climb.
Yeah.
Slow climb, you know.
I
So-
get that.
So that was that.
I think I guess to extend this topic, I think to talk about what will be like the next greatest accomplishment. I think for me personally, my next greatest, if I get it done, is like getting this music out and people like really, really fucking with it this time. Like people I knew liked my music before. They always said like, yo, bro, you can sing, you can rap, all that stuff. But like when this project drops, if it takes me somewhere, like for real, that's, to me, that's gonna be my next like big accomplishment personally, because it's like I've spent a long time not making music, like not making music, but not, you know what I mean, not having nothing to show for it. Like I'm tired of telling people I'm working on it. Like I want to be like, yo, what's up, Kurt? Yo, I got this shit. This music is out. Check it out right now. Like, I want to get to that. When I can say that, that's accomplishment.
The worst question that you get as an artist coming up is probably like, yo, how's it going?
Yeah.
Because if you're asking me how's it going, that means you don't know how's it going, which means not really doing much. So
yeah,
it means it's not going that well. If you have to ask me how's it going, that means it's not really doing much. It's probably like the worst question you can get.
Mm-hmm. So I think for me, that's gonna be my next biggest accomplishment. Because it has a lot of, it's gonna be a testament to how far I've come, what I've gone through to get this done. And it's finally like one of those things where that's one of my 25 goals, to get this music out. So it's like, to do that is like, all right, now I'm finally sticking to my word. Like I said, I'm gonna do it, and I've finally done it. And it's gonna be such a weight off my shoulders to finally have it be done. I'm tired of telling people that I'm working on this shit. Like when it's done, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? I want to tell people I'm working on the next shit, you know?
I want my next biggest accomplishment to be me owning something. I don't know what it is yet.
That's like, yeah, that's
Owning
stocks.
Some
Owning
kind
stocks
of,
isn't that hard, so that's actually a good step.
yeah.
some kind of
Good one, bro.
business, something, owning something, being completely in charge.
Oh, completely in charge. Okay. Maybe stocks is not the way, but
No, stocks is a step though. Stuff like that is a step. That's gonna be my next big accomplishment.
So, what topics do you have, young Sizzle C, aka Yurt?
Well, since we're talking about them, I like the exclamation mark put on that. The P is the exclamation mark if you didn't get that. But since we were talking about music, update. Video shot. I'm changing my plan a little bit. I am gonna be releasing the music video for Perspective Poverty 2 first. And then maybe a couple weeks after the video, the song will be released on iTunes. So buy my shit. Don't leave me in the hood, guys. So it's on y'all shoulders. And I'm trying to get my life together. If you don't support me, you know, you feel me? Don't have me, you know, you feel me? That's the update.
Nice.
Okay.
Music is popping with your help.
I'm glad you're getting back
I
into
feel
it.
like you're visually extorting me. Bro. Like, fuck.
You know, watch out for that video. Watch out for the song and many more videos to come. Right now, I was about to say I'm doing features for free, but I'm not. Even though my name's not that big, I'm still not rapping any shit for free. You see that? I'm really good at it, if that's any consolation. So,
Yeah.
but watch out for that. Video dropping very soon. Probably, I want to say next month. I'm going to drop it next. It's done, but I'm probably going to drop it next month. And then the song should follow after that. Now, since we spoke about future accomplishments, I'm not extorting y'all no more.
I'm sorry.
But buy my shit.
I'm sorry. I just want to say this real quick story. I don't know why the fuck this popped into my head. It's like, do you know how fucking lame we used to be?
What do you mean?
No. You wasn't here for, huh?
I think we're still pretty lame.
Nah, we was really fucking lame. You remember the day we was out with S and all her friends, and we turned and they hopped in a car? They hopped in a cab? Yo, we was really fucking lame.
That sounds horrible.
Yo, I don't know why that just popped into my head. But we was really fucking lame, bro.
Bro, we went with them to White Castle after she said White Castle gives me the runs. We're like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
We went to turn around. No, we're walking. I don't know which one.
It's funny as shit.
Crazy.
The funniest shit is to this day, I don't remember hearing her say that. Like y'all, I know that it happened.
Yeah, I remember.
I know that it happened, but like I just didn't hear it.
She was saying it on the low. She said something like, "It gives me the," and then she stopped, and then the rest of them continued it for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "That's disgusting, whatever." And then we're walking, and I just happen to look back, and these bitches are hopping in a cab, my nigga.
On 2/5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, nah, I'm not gonna lie. It was bad. But what's your topic, sir? I don't know why that came into my head.
So, well, since we were talking about future accomplishments,
Really fucking lame.
what is something that you guys think like you would put, like, or not would, but you want to put, like, besides this, of course, but like something that you want to put like your all into that you really think could like pop?
Other than just this?
Yes, I'll give you an example.
Oh, I got one.
You wanna hear something? You wanna hear something funny? If I was to be serious about it, maybe making beats.
Okay.
Maybe actually making beats. Like,
He's actually really good at making beats,
I
guys.
wouldn't
Even
say
though
I'm
he doesn't
really-
think I like his
I wouldn't
beats, I
say I'm
actually
really
do.
good at it. I think I'm more right at it.
Well, his beats work for my music. So.
Yeah, I would say that I'm more right at it. But if I was to actually sit down, perfect my craft, work at it every day, really like pump it out to people, sell it, get my name out there, I feel like I could probably pop on that if I wanted to.
I feel like it's a little too late for me to be a professional gamer, but I would, have like a side hustle on Twitch or something.
Why do you feel like it's too late? Is there like a...
So you know how like with every different sport, it has its like range of people who are in it. For like basketball, it's anywhere from like 18 to 35, right?
Something around there.
With gamers, it's more like 15 to like 25. So as I'm like going in,
That's crazy.
yeah, 15 to like 26, 27.
That's crazy.
So
what the fuck?
I really didn't think there was an age limit on that.
So what do they do after 25?
they become coaches or like
What?
they're like casters and
Yo, if your pastor used to be a gamer,
No. I'm not.
stop going to church.
It's not even about
coaches.
I'm not
I
talking
thought you
about.
said pastors too.
No.
Oh.
Casters, like
Oh, okay. I'm about to
Analysts
say.
casted,
I'm
like-
about to say, yo.
This is my thing.
They
My
break down
pastor
the
used to
game.
be a nigga.
I'm still confused
Right.
on the whole coach thing. Like, explain.
That's the part that got you?
Yeah,
coach?
because nigga, what do you need? Like, press that fucking key. like,
No, bro. This is how like coaches draw up shit in basketball. Like they draw up plays and whatnot.
draw plays.
Like coaches in basketball, they're like, all right, you gonna run over here. We gonna run pick and roll. You pass to him, you take a shot.
Yeah,
That
man.
type of shit, right?
But why do you need to be? Why does a coach need that? Like, where's
Because
the?
they help with like in-game strategy. Like, it's a thing.
Like some nigga with a hat on.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know how the basketball coaches be throwing the clipboard down and shit.
Nigga throws the keyboard.
Their ties be flying all around and shit.
I'm done, bro.
Oh my god. Press that fucking key. Yo.
Actually, a lot of shit that goes into it, like in-game strategy, strategy of like. That's a lot of shit. Strategy,
I imagine that, but I just don't feel
Oh,
like
man.
a coach would be necessary in that. I feel like,
Keep you mentally in it.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
guess.
But yeah, I'd be a Twitch streamer. I think I'm entertaining enough while I'm playing to have other people watch me.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. When you were playing that game, listening to you play that shit was funny as shit. So I agree.
Yeah,
With
it was entertaining.
that. Listening to him play video games is the funniest shit ever.
So my turn, right?
I guess so.
For me, it would be being a writer.
You cry?
Nah, I was laughing. That's why. I was laughing so hard. But yeah, cause growing up, I used to hate writing, and I I used to enjoy reading more than writing, and I still love to read now, but I love writing more. And I remember.
Be specific right now. You're talking about writing stories, right?
Not just in general. I just didn't like.
In general.
I just didn't like to write. Like whenever I had writing assignments or whatever,
Gotcha.
I just like hate writing shit. I used to hate writing shit down. Like even with notes, like she'd be like she'd be there take notes in class. I'm like, I have my note, but I don't want to write the shit like I'm listening to. I just did not like to write. I don't know what it was. Like I'd rather read shit or hear what a person is saying to me. I don't want to write it. But it's like my teacher in 7th grade would start our classes with free writes, and she would like just write down whatever you want, and I was like, what do you mean? She said whatever you want. You could write your name 1,000 times. You could write I like whatever. Like you can write a poem. You can just, and I would just write whatever came to my mind, and it'd be shit that didn't mean nothing to nobody, but it mattered to me, and it was like, wow, I like this shit. And then I started writing poems, and then started writing short stories, and now I'm like in this place where like I can write, and started writing songs, writing the stories that I'm working on, and I plan on writing plays and screenplays and whole books. And it's like, to me, being a writer is one of the greatest things a person can be, because in my opinion it's the equivalent of being an inventor. Like you create something that nobody ever thought of using before, but it's like, wow, like it's crazy that this never existed until this person decided to make it a thing. And it's like, I feel it's the same way when you write stuff down. Like I can tell a story that's been told a bunch of times before, but it's never been told this way, and it's only been told this way because I wrote it. It's like, to me, that's one of the best feelings in the world. Like this exists because I made it exist. That's why I love writing my songs, because it's like, it's a song that hasn't been sung before, but it will be because I made it. Like I created that from whatever goes on in my mind, and to know that my brain can come up with ways to put words together, that's one of the coolest shits in the world to me. So yeah, that's my next big thing would be to be a successful writer. That people people care about the shit that I have to say.
Fuck,
that's crazy to me. So yeah, that's mine. Yeah.
So, actually, speaking of writing, can you write my cover letters?
You know, it's funny. I follow this girl on IG. She actually is great at that. So I'll send you the link so you can hit her up, because I can't write cover letters for shit.
Or what's her name?
I think she changed her IG handle, the Resume Girl or something like that. Like she fixes people's resumes and cover letters.
Free promoting right now.
Well, what if I want to pay you? And
I mean,
she's some random girl.
She's just a girl, but I don't
You should
do that. Not like that.
You clapped her. See?
No!
This is that.
I didn't!
Free promoting the bitch
No,
just because.
no.
God damn it.
Stop it.
That free promotion.
Stop it. No, because I haven't even hit her up for, like, to fix my thing. I just said she doesn't.
So you clapped her and then you never hit her up again?
No. We've never, like, hung out in person.
Smash
Killer K. Killer K.
For anyone who follows this girl, please, I apologize. Like, this is not the case. It's not how
her name is the Resume Girl?
That's her, yeah. I think that's her IG handle.
Can I see her IG?
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah. What about you?
She said, oh, hell yeah.
What about you choke him out D with consent?
Oh, my God.
I said mine already.
Yeah, I was the last one to go.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You gotta pay attention there.
That's right. You did go. You did. I apologize.
So speaking on writing, I think we'll knock out this topic really quickly. I have a topic for the two artists in the room. How do you guys feel about ghostwriting?
I was hoping you'd segue into
I
that.
got you.
Yes, you and me, man. We on it today.
You can go first, I guess. I feel like you're gonna say the same thing as me. You're just gonna say it a lot nicer. That's what I feel like.
It's weird because it's like for singers, a lot of songs.
Yeah, the rules are different between singers and rappers.
But
to me,
I think for rappers, it's important to not have ghostwriters, because
is it?
I think personally, but I think it's because and it might just be because of the philosophy, because I choose to write my own like raps and songs. But it's like I make music to tell my story. So it's like if somebody else is writing my song, it's not my story. It's somebody, like I'm a voice for someone else's talent.
Or you could do it the Diddy way. Like Diddy will tell his writers like, yo, I want this to be in there. I got like key things.
Like give them a concept.
Yeah.
I mean,
like that's how he did with like I'm Missing You. Like he gave it to Sauce Money, and then that just.
I mean, I think I could say that, but it also depends on your personality as a rapper. If you're the type of rapper that like is like bragging or saying like making statements as a rapper in your songs, if it's not you writing it, then it's like you're a character. Like it's an image that you're creating. And for me, I relate more to rappers that do most of their own writing, because it's like I know that this is them. Or even if it's an image that they're portraying, it's like it's their created image.
So wait. I like that. Now I'm gonna ask you this question: why is it acceptable for rappers to kind of make an image, but R&B artists could just come up with all types of stuff and be this sex symbol? Because a lot of these niggas is not really clapping bitches until they become that sex symbol, then they probably killing mad pussy.
Okay.
Excuse my French.
I don't know. I think
because let's be honest, you think a lot of them was really killing it until they got to it. When I feel like they all got to a certain point, and then they was the suave, light the candles.
I think in the beginning it was more of like, this is what I want to do. You know, this is like the things that I fantasize
that's still
about.
I feel like that's still portraying an image.
Well, I think a lot of artists nowadays are trying to be more in control creatively with their image, what songs they do, or even if they don't write their songs, they're finding the exact songwriters that they want to collab with because they know how they write.
Okay.
You know, it might be a style, and I think that's part of it. It's not even really a full excuse, because even with singers, I do like singers who write their own songs, because it's like, wow, like this is you. This is really all 100% you.
But you just feel like.
But I think with singing, you get more of a pass for the collaborative effort, because it's like I can write something really well, but I personally can't sing it. So this person can sing the things that I'm saying, or this person can sing really well, but they just can't like come up with the words themselves. Yeah. So it's like I'll write to me it's more of a like lyricist musician like
why don't you feel
collaboration.
Like because I'll be honest with you, I'm not a rapper, so I don't care. Like me personally, I respect it more if they write theirs. But let's be honest, Drake, Cardi B, Nicki, the list goes on. I don't know who other people are that don't write their rhymes because they're not as popular. But you know, there's a lot of people getting their rhymes written.
Yeah,
but
see, but even with that, even with the artists that you named,
I don't care if Lil Pump has one. The nigga, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't fuck with Lil Pump. Have y'all heard that song with Lil Wayne that he has?
No, but I don't listen to
Lil Pump. Wait, I don't listen to him either. I heard on the radio, nigga said, "I'm still a millionaire, but I don't know how to read." My nigga, why are you saying that?
Yeah.
Like, that's some shit I can't fuck with.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You promoting dumb shit. But then, if that's true, like, what? I don't know.
No,
I can't fuck with dumb shit like that. I don't know.
No, I feel you.
Like, it's funny, but it's not. That shit's not funny. And you know,
funny.
little kids is looking at you, and they're like,
yeah.
"Well, fucking Lil Pump can't read. He's a millionaire. Let me go ahead and do it." Like, nah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a terrible, terrible image.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
No, I get that. What I think is like for rappers, like even with the artists that you mentioned, to me those are like, again, those are artists with a certain like image and a certain like thing that they're selling. You know, like it's like when I listen to Nicki, I don't hear Nicki telling her story. It's just Nicki's putting out songs that people like.
Okay.
You know, with Cardi, she has songs that fit her personality.
So you feel like,
but some songs, but certain songs I don't think is like her story. Like for example, I like it, or Money, or like whatever, like certain singles that Cardi has. I don't really like. It's just entertaining. And when it comes to that, sure, somebody else can write it for you. Somebody else writes an insane song. But a song like on her album, like Best Life with Chance the Rapper, that particular song is my favorite song on that album because that's the one that is telling an actual like story. She's saying like, this is where I've come from. This is what I've had to deal with, and I'm proud of how far I've come. Like songs like that, I like more.
Something.
Yeah, and I can respect songs like that more if you're the person that wrote it. Because it's legitimately your story. But that just comes from my grown love for writing. I think if I didn't love writing so much, I wouldn't care as much. Okay. But because I love writing, it's like, I want to see what other people are saying. Like, what is your story? Because when I write, and if I didn't make music, I think I wouldn't care as much. But it's like, whenever every song I make, it's my story. I'm putting my heart on the line, like on air for everybody.
And
so it's
words
like,
mean something.
Yeah, so it's like I respect it if somebody else is doing the same.
Thing.
But that's my personal take on it. Now, take it away, man.
That was nice. I'm gonna put it as in my opinion. This is my opinion. I'm gonna put it as simple as
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna put it as simple as this. If you do music and you do not, only for rappers, this doesn't count for singers, because I feel like if you're a singer, most of your talent is in the singing. So you do have the leeway where even if I can't write, I'm a very good singer, so I can still sing it. That's still in the talent. As a rapper, you're mostly talking to a beat. So if you're not writing the shit you're saying, you're really not doing anything. So for rappers, if you do not write your raps, you are not a rapper. You're an entertainer. You're not a rapper. Because rappers write raps. Entertainers entertain. So if you're just performing some shit that you didn't actually create, then all you're doing is entertaining. You are not rapping.
A lot of rappers will argue with you about that.
I'll beat the fuck out those rappers. And this is why I say...
I was gonna say, let's debate. Like, let's talk about it.
No, and this is why I say, he said this a lot nicer than me. For the rappers that don't write their shit, but in all of their shit, they say that they're the greatest rapper. I feel like that's disrespectful to all rappers that actually write their shit. And I actually write my shit. Therefore, you're disrespecting me. Therefore, if you want to argue with me about rap and you don't actually write your raps, you might get punched in the mouth, because that's just disrespectful. I feel like you shouldn't even be in a rap conversation if you don't write your raps. Because it takes, and this kind of goes back to Cardi B, because when she was getting talked about and people were saying that she didn't write her raps, her response to that was, of course I write my own raps. It's not hard. All you have to do is sit and think. That told me that you don't write your raps, because that's not how. It's a lot harder than sitting down and thinking. That's not. Writers have to really sit down and write and form. And writers probably go, like, I've written songs and had to change the song maybe 15 different times before it got right. So if you come out and say that you don't write your music, I respect that more.
But what if, alright, so let me ask you this, right? Would you still consider somebody to be a rapper? Well, they are a rapper, but you know there's rappers that just say the most simplest shit.
Yeah.
So,
look, I even consider them rappers. I consider them trash rappers, but if you're saying simple shit, but you wrote that, or since y'all don't write, you just go in the booth.
But think about it, Cardi B shit is not that elaborate. It's
not
really the beats and everything behind it.
But that's why I said what I said about the artists that you chose to mention, Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi. I look at them differently.
Drake's is a little more layered.
Yeah, Drake's is, but I look at them differently. Like I said, I've never, other than that song on her album, I've never listened to a Cardi song and been like, yo, she's spitting some shit right now. Nah, she's making a popular song. Like, you know,
So
she's entertaining.
So you didn't like when she was like, I'm chilling in my crib with my kid, Mamiana.
No.
What's wrong
Fuck.
with
The remix
Fuck
without
riding
the
the beat.
honor.
I just swallowed a nut. That's, you know, like that when she said that?
You see what I mean? Like
I'm just asking.
this no,
It's a
Nope.
disaster.
no, but like, see the lines that you're quoting to me. That's not.
No, actually, correction. She said, fuck playing B. I just swallowed a nut. Sorry about that.
That's creative.
That's some real bars.
I like that.
That's a bar.
That's some something.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bar.
I mean, she wrote that.
Probably.
But I mean, it's over the Tatiana beat. I don't think
So we'll see. I mean,
it took much effort to probably.
I mean, look, if it's entertaining and people listen to it, then you did your job. I mean, like, you know what I mean? I respect.
Yeah, at the
I
end
respect
of the
what
day,
you do as
At,
you know.
yeah,
What I mean?
at the end of the day, I don't want it to sound like I'm shitting on entertainers
Mm.
because you're doing your job. If you're being entertaining, then you're doing your job. I only don't like the rappers who don't write their shit but act like they write their shit.
All right,
Like,
so this is another question that I have for you, right?
okay.
What percentage of their own shit do they have to write?
100%.
Always 100%.
100%.
So you're telling me if me or Kay are like, yo, don't say this, say this. Just one bar.
See, that's not the same thing as ghostwriting. That's us in the studio and I'm with other musicians
But I'm
or
not in the
other
studio.
writers. I mean,
I'm like, I heard the song later and you're like, yo, I'm going back to go fix it. I'm like,
yeah, that's just
say this.
that's just like input. That's not ghostwriting. Ghostwriting is somebody has a beat, writes the whole shit,
So now,
and then gives you a reference track for so you can spit it
I
the
got
way
you.
they. That's
but now I gotta
ghostwriting.
ask you this though, right? Okay. Since you said that's acceptable, are you still sticking with the 100%?
Yeah, because I
Because
don't consider
I feel
that.
like
No, I just don't consider that. Like, if I write a whole verse and you hear the verse I recorded and you're like, yo, it would sound better if you said it like this. That's just me talking to somebody. Like talking to somebody I'm close to. Now, if you do that and you're like, yo, take out this whole half of the verse, and that's different. That's completely different.
It's like back in grade school when you would like peer review your friend's essay
Yeah.
or something like that. They
Yeah,
just write it.
Yeah,
that's
You
yeah,
don't write
it's
it,
like-
you just
yeah,
edit it,
basically.
making
I
sure it
differentiate.
sounds
But
great.
me personally,
I
I
feel you.
differentiate.
I'm only asking, but I'm trying to figure out why is one acceptable. But if somebody says, "Yo, I wrote 95%,"
okay, with going back to
if
that
I
whole,
did 95%,
Okay, here's the difference. All right, here's
and
the
then my
difference.
man's did the
Plagiarism,
like last
one isn't.
4 bars to kill
See,
off the verse.
No, see, but like if you know how a verse is usually 16 bars. So
Exactly.
if you write a whole 4 for somebody, that's a whole quarter of a verse. Yeah, that's not allowed.
But think about it. All right, so 3 verses. I mean, if you want to make it like specific, what is that? That's not 25%. That's maybe what? Maybe 10. 16 times 3.
I say
That's
it like
what?
this.
48
I say
divided by 4. That's 12. So 12%. I guess. I don't know what the fucking math is.
I say it like this. This is
Whatever it is.
right here. This is how I differentiate. If me and him are chilling, and I'm writing, and I say something like, I don't know, some shit, and he's like, yo, it'll sound better if instead you say you say That's one thing.
So what is the limit? So
if I'm going to have to put a limit on it, it's literally like maybe half a bar.
nah, bro, I got this whole fire bar for you. You not gonna take it? The whole bar fire.
At least one.
The whole
Nah,
bar
that's
fire.
different. If you give me, it's also different if you're like telling me this bar would sound better if you do this, than you giving me a whole bar. If you give me a bar,
So-
yeah, that's
So
different.
let's say you had a bar that was like, just a little bit. Don't worry about it if it drag you out. Look, if you was like, yo, I hope the bitch routes, but then I come through and I'm like, wait, I got something better for you.
Mhm.
It still rhymes, and I said, I choked the bitch out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna take that fire bar?
I'm not.
You frying, bro.
I'm gonna tell you the difference.
That's
No, I'm gonna tell you the difference. Real quick, I'm gonna tell you the difference.
Don't be that way. You better childish.
No, I'm gonna tell you the difference. I find it different, like, if you change, like, in that specific example, if you changed a word, it's like, if my, even though that first bar didn't really make, but if you were like, I hope the bitch routes, and you were like, yo, it sound better if you said, I prayed the bitch route. Alright, cool. But if you switched the whole bar, I didn't write that. You wrote that. So unless I shout you out in the song and let it be known like then I'm making it seem like I wrote that. And then you're lying.
Yeah, that's one.
I see. For me, like being the more lenient of the two, I believe if you are the creator of the song, the first verse and the hook has to be you. Has to be.
So the whole 2 other verses could be whatever?
If you need collaboration on the second and third, I can see that. But even that's like a co-write.
Yeah, see, he's way more
credit
than me because I would let that slide.
The beginning of the song has to be you, because if you don't start it, you didn't create the song. Somebody else created it, and I just took what they started with, and added more shit to it. And it's like, yeah, you were co-creator.
What if they was having writer's block?
Like the first
You wait till you finish the song.
That's really it. You wait till you can get it back. I've had mad writer's block. One of the songs that I recorded recently literally took me a whole year to
If I have writer's block, then my project's delayed. That's how I look at it. Man.
Relax, yo.
I mean, we can cut the shit into 2, honestly.
Yo, deja vu.
I know.
Yo, do you have Mexican jeans on?
Mexican jeans?
Yo, just tell me if you have Mexican jeans on, bro.
I don't have Mexican jeans on.
Alright. That was a part of my dream. No bullshit.
Oh, you were telling me about this.
Dead ass, bro.
Oh.
I think this happened before. I don't
What the
know.
hell are Mexican jeans?
I don't know, my nigga. Just let me rock. Alright.
I got on Levi's.
Alright,
But yeah, to close it off, that's how I feel like.
Were they made in Mexico?
I have no idea what Levi's jeans are made.
Well, now I kind of want to know where his jeans were made.
Continue.
But to close, I feel like
Did you look at this?
if you're a rapper that doesn't write, you're an entertainer. You're not a rapper, and you should not be mentioned in any top rapper conversation. That's how I feel. And if you're a rapper, you need to write 100% of your shit. You can take like certain, tweak this, tweak that advice, but if people are giving you bars, then you are not writing your shit.
Also,
as a rapper,
if people are writing your stuff, just don't tell nobody. Nobody gotta know.
Well, they don't.
Some people do that.
I would respect them more if they did. Tell people like, yo, I ain't write this shit, but I sound good saying it. And but you're an entertainer. You're entertaining. That's what you. Now again, the rules are different for singers because I like singing in itself is its own talent. So
Right.
even if you can't write, you're still a really dope singer. That is good enough. It's different to me as a rapper. At the end of the day, you're talking on the beat. So if you didn't write the shit you're saying, then you really ain't do shit because you learned how to talk when you were like a child. That's not.
It's weird to.
That's not.
It's
enough.
weird to be a good rapper without the ability to write.
Yeah, you're just
bars.
entertaining.
Like, it's weird to me. I wouldn't
it.
understand that. But yeah.
Like you're talking to a beat, and if you're not saying the things that you wrote yourself, then you're not doing shit.
Well, hold on. Now. You don't think rapping is a skill? Like to stay on flow is a skill.
But see, that's the thing though. Most of the time, when you have a ghostwriter, they'll send you a reference track, so you just have to mimic exactly how they did it. That's not
also,
staying on beat. If you're even helped to stay on beat, then that's not talent.
So, okay, let's say the rap is like really fast. That's a talent. Being able to just talk really fast.
I don't consider it, but I can see some people that do.
I can see what you're saying.
Like if it's like a, one of these like
I'll say one thing.
club bangers that are coming out.
I'll say
now,
one thing. Delivery is key.
That
You can rap shit, but it can sound boring as hell. Like you have to be able to color your words. And then there's certain people who like rap, but there's certain shit that like rappers do that like it's just you just add color to it, Yeah. It's just like acting. I can say mad lines and shit, but if I'm just reading lines or just parroting lines that I've learned, that's wild boring. You have to find a way to make the words come alive. That I'll say I get.
But
I
even
get that.
then, the ability to deliver well, I feel goes into
entertainer. You're an entertainer.
Yeah,
If your only talent is to deliver somebody else's words well, then you're entertaining. You're not a rapper, in my opinion. That's how I
See,
feel.
like I said, you say some left shit, but the argument for it is kind of like.